What up, what up, what up? It's RJ Fantasy Football Talk. We back again. You know what it is. It's right. It is Jay. What's going on, bro?
Hey, nothing much. I get into the reasons why in a few minutes. It's been an exciting day in the world of fantasy football. A local excitement. Like I said, I would get into it, but it's going well. Hey, tomorrow is D-Day. We're about to start the season. Are you excited?
Of course, I got a draft tonight at 10 o'clock. So I got my last draft, number 7.
uh,
Getting it out of the way. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited, man.
so if I see Rodney running off the show at 10 o'clock, you'll know why.
Yeah, I have to roll, but a little bit before 10. But
A
I
little bit.
gotta do.
Yeah, let's do an hour. Come on. The first thing doesn't matter anyway, right?
I'm playing this. There's some money in this league over here now. Come on now.
Okay. We'll try to accommodate. Get your priorities straight though. Tell your people you got a show on Wednesday nights. They can't be messing
Hey,
with our
look, man.
schedule.
I tried, man. But I can't. I ain't a commissioner, man. I'm just an innocent guy in the league.
You just
So innocent bystander. You know what I mean?
all right. Well, since you're in a rush, let's go straight to some NFL news to talk about.
Well, right now, couple guys. Well, I'm gonna say one guy. Let's say Emmanuel Sanders retired today.
Yeah,
Congrats. 12 years in the league.
and some good.
Been fantasy has been in 3 Super Bowls appearance, 1 Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Had some great years. Came out, he retired. Having any he's not like no anyway. So and he has brain changes. That's important. So that Knox gets still 53 million. Buffalo, good money for him. He got it times, but that's about it. Um, but good deal, good money. Congratulations. Um, Larry Fitzgerald is joining Monday Night Countdown um, to start the season. Hope he does well. Great guy off the court and on the court. So I mean on the field and off the field. So definitely. Um, and that's it. What you got?
Biggest news of all, of course, is the fact that we got fantasy football tomorrow night. We got the Bills and the Rams. But after that, or maybe if you live in Baltimore area before that, Lamar Jackson, I think is the big story. He gave the Ravens till Friday to get his deal together, so he can get that. He's been trying to get a fully guaranteed contract. I don't see that happening. that was Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns doing, messing up life for people. So he wants to get that paper. So we'll see. Do you think there's any possibility that he holds out? He said he's not holding out. And last year he played. He set a deadline and said, "Hey, y'all, we don't work it out. I'm gonna keep rolling." So, what you think about Mr. Lamar?
Well, I think he I think it's kind of crazy asking for a fully guaranteed contract. I mean, I get it if you look at what he's done, and like just if you take fantasy aside and do actual what he's done in real life NFL,
Mm-hmm.
he's did really good. But for him to get those type of numbers,
Yeah,
he doesn't do enough passing for me.
yeah.
Uh, for me to say I'm gonna guarantee you this amount of money.
No one should get that kind of guaranteed money. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
but
I
especially
just
if you're not. It's a difference between Patrick Mahomes saying give me
yeah.
250 guaranteed dollars and really anybody short of maybe Josh Allen, and even
But
that I don't know. Not at this point.
I mean, he's took him to the playoffs every year
Yeah,
since he's when healthy. So I'm not mad at that. It's just the fact that I don't know if he deserves
yeah,
guaranteed money like that. I mean, do a deal like Russell Wilson just did.
right.
Because the thing about it, if you do guaranteed money, if you do all that guaranteed money, you're gonna get cut short somewhere on the team. It's gonna start with the defense,
Yeah,
which is their bread and butter in a
exactly.
sense. So you can't really do that. So I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it should. They say it take less, but don't take all the
I'm
money.
saying maybe not take less total, but it don't gotta all be guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because look, unless he starts playing poorly, which I don't think is gonna be a problem for him, he's gonna have time
Nah.
to get. Hey, just follow the Tom Brady model. Get your rings and get your paper. You can do
And
both.
and another thing is, if he was to go to another team, I don't think he would fit with them anyway
They
because his
built that
team is
team
too around
specifically
him.
around his skill set.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
also, hey, it's preseason, but we saw it last year. Huntley is a good Lamar replacement.
That's another thing.
So,
And you
yeah,
know what's crazy? I think they'll let him walk just because of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because of the
He
fact
looks
they
like he
see
could
what
be a
Huntley got.
starter in the NFL and a good starter at that.
And that's why I don't think they budget. I think they honestly, in my truthful, just in my opinion, I think they're gonna walk. I think they're gonna let him walk. Honestly,
I
if
don't,
they don't sign him back, I think they're gonna let him walk.
I don't know. I agree with that. It's a precarious situation, and I hope they come to some sort of conclusion
Yeah,
quickly.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But it's all about bold predictions. So, that's what we want to do. So, we'll go through each of ours. And of course, out there in our audience, if you got a bold prediction you want to throw in, feel free to join us and, let us know what you think. So, do you want to do the honors of
Hey, let's
getting us
go.
started with your first bold prediction?
Well, I'm just a little, it's a little homerish here, but
Well,
hey,
you're a homer. So,
that's what I do. I'm a homer. Most shows, I'm a homer anyway.
uh,
Um, Trey Lance would throw for 4,200 yards and 30 touchdowns this year.
30 touchdown.
30 touchdowns. You heard it here first.
40, you say 4,200?
4,200.
Okay. You want to put a number on rushing yards or
600. 600.
oh, so that's almost
48.
48 or something. Just under 4. Now, 30, you said 30 touchdowns.
30 touchdowns.
Now, these numbers not exactly,
Mm-hmm.
but they're somewhat reminiscent, if you will, of last year's Cam Newton pick. It did not work out
It
as
didn't.
well
But
for you.
but it's different though
Uh huh.
because Cam was like on his last leg a little bit.
Yeah.
This kid is only 22 and he got a really really good team around him. I think just with Debo and Kittles and Ayuk and that defense
Uh huh.
and the team in the running game alone, he's gonna be really good because he has a good team around him. So I think he's gonna do well this year.
I say this. I kind of like the pick. I like the confidence. Yeah, it's a bit homerish, but it's not a bad homerish because they're turning over the keys. Jimmy Garoppolo did get signed uh, for whatever kind of deal that's gonna be.
But he ain't
But
see the field.
I think we've talked before. The only way he probably sees the field
It's
is
injury.
if there's an injury
Hmm.
to Trey Lance. So I think he has a good chance. That San Francisco team is looking really strong. They're a lot of people's favorites to win the NFC and get to the Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
it's definitely in the realm of possibility. We've got our well. Let me get this comment first. I missed Larry Fitzgerald's a good addition to the broadcast, and so yeah, I agree. He's just a likable dude. I
Yeah, he
love Larry
is.
Fitzgerald. And also the Ravens let Lamar walk, which neither doubts it would be stupid, and I think it'd be dumb as well.
I'm not saying it's not
Yeah,
stupid. I'm just saying that
yeah,
I can
but
see them
I can
because
see
of
it happen. I just
what
can't.
Huntley did.
I can't see them letting Lamar go because say what you will about Lamar, he is a once in a lifetime kind of talent. He's a Michael Vick that can throw the rock. So
I
I
mean,
don't think
that's that,
yeah, it would as good as Huntley is. It would be amazing to me if they don't get something done. I'm wondering whether it'll get done by Friday, and I'm wondering what
no.
will Lamar's response be if he's playing this year without a contract. Which
So let me ask you this: do you think he go out? Because I'm trying to remember
mhm.
the quarterback that was in Baltimore that played because they did. This is something similar to what they did with the quarterback, the last quarterback Baltimore had when they went to the Super
Joe
Bowl that
Flacco,
year, Joe Flacco, and he bet on himself,
yeah,
and he ended up winning
and
the
he
Super
winning the
Bowl.
Super Bowl. That's a good point. I forgot about
So
that. They've done this before. I
they've done this
completely yeah.
before.
They
So
that sure is.
um,
And they lost. They lost
And
big on that because they ended up
they
paying
lost
him.
big, and they had to pay him a lot of money.
And if Lamar has a really good year, they're gonna lose again. So
Yeah. So
excellent point.
do they bet on their stuff again to see if it's gonna happen, or they say, you know what, we're gonna pay him, or we're gonna make him go out there and prove it to us, and
Yeah.
say let's go win the Super Bowl. Now I don't think,
Yeah.
me personally, I'll give him a short deal. I mean, give him a
Mhm.
short deal with some guaranteed money, and
Yeah.
then go from there. But I wouldn't, because if you let it go this year, because he's unrestricted at the end of this year. So at the end of the day, you don't really kind of make that. You
Uh,
don't play that game with him, to be honest with you.
yeah. I'm not doing like you said. I got burnt on that this
Yeah,
thing before. Pay him while it's cheaper to pay because you're gonna have to pay a whole lot more if he has a really good year, and
yep,
B, if you lose him, they're set back for years. So let's see.
yeah.
We got our first bold prediction in from Jasper Lewis, the senior, saying the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, and his wife is contradicting him, saying that's a joke.
That is a
So
joke. Oh gosh,
she said,
yes.
when she says it's going to be the Colts, I'm not picking either one of those.
Nah.
I actually have not put in my Super Bowl prediction. I might throw that. It's not one of my bold predictions, but I might throw that in as a bonus.
Okay.
All right. So you hit your first homer pick, but I'm gonna go just as homerish. And this one's not a surprise. If you've been watching the show, I've been saying for over 2 months, Derek Carr is gonna be an MVP candidate this year, and the evidence is real obvious because if you go back to 2015 to 2017 when Derek Carr had Michael Crabtree and Amari Cooper. He was a Pro Bowl quarterback all 3 years. In 2016, he actually got 3 votes for MVP. During that time, he had 550 attempts, averaged 3,800 yards, averaged 27 touchdowns. He was phenomenal. Just last year, with a very inferior group of receivers compared to what they're coming in this year, he had 626 attempts, 4,800 yards, 23 touchdowns. Add Devontae Adams to that mix. Put in, hopefully, cross my fingers, healthy Darren Waller. Watch out. MVP candidate coming for y'all out of the Las Vegas area. And he's getting drafted so low in quarterback drafts. Anyone who's grabbing him is getting him at a remarkable steal.
Definitely. I like that. I
Yeah.
do.
Of course
I
you.
got.
You have Derek Carr.
I have Derek Carr. I like
Yeah.
Derek Carr, but I'm not gonna. It's not one of my bold predictions, but I've been saying the whole year. Well, I've been saying off season
Uh,
that I think the Raiders are going to be better than the Chiefs this year. So I've been saying that all year anyway. So I agree with you on that.
yeah.
Definitely.
Welcome Catherine Bracey to the show. Jasper Lewis Sr. again saying Lamar and Mayfield will have their best years yet. That's a bold one, especially on the
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield. He's got a lot of motivation to be his best.
that's
So
true.
we'll see what he does. We got a question from Trey. Welcome to the show as well. For PPR, are you going Marquise Brown versus Kansas City or Michael Thomas versus Atlanta? He's already starting Zach Ertz and Connor. Sucks to have so many Cardinals in the lineup. Uh, I would halfway disagree with sucks to have Cardinals in the lineup because of the DeAndre Hopkins out. I think it's going to give a lot of opportunity for some of these Cardinals to shine. Later, yeah, kind of going to suck because they're going to all take a back seat. But who do you like, Brown or Michael Thomas starting off?
Um, this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm taking a healthy Michael Thomas.
Oh, that okay.
I'm
I ain't
taking a
mad at
healthy
you.
Michael Thomas versus Atlanta defense that is just
That defense is terrible.
complete terrible. Um,
I'm with you.
at least Kansas City play halfway good defense. They don't play a lot of good defense,
Do
but they
they?
don't.
Well,
They,
I guess half.
you know
Well,
what's, you know what's funny?
compared to the Falcons, yeah, I
Yeah,
give you that. I give you that.
you know what's funny? I was looking at the top defense from last year,
Uh huh.
and Kansas City finished number 8 in
Yeah.
the league, which is hard to believe, by the way.
Yeah.
But if you talking about defense, I think if we get in a full dose of Michael Thomas, which I think we will, they say because I got him on a couple of teams and they say he's ready to go.
Hmm.
I'm going Michael Thomas against that Atlanta defense because I think he got something to prove.
Okay.
I think he wants to prove to people that he's back in the same Michael Thomas. So I think Michael Thomas might be the play here. I like Marquise Brown though, but I think Michael Thomas they gonna destroy them because Atlanta just defense is not good and the offense ain't either. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going with Michael Thomas.
The only thing that worries me about Michael Thomas is how he's gonna, like you said, what are we getting on his first game back? And
Mm-hmm.
my biggest thing for starting off week one, I want to go with the fewest amount of question marks. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go Marquise Brown only because he's gonna have. Hey, Hollywood Brown was really good last year with Lamar Jackson, and I think Kyler Murray's better. And I think it's especially with DeAndre Hopkins out. I think I'm gonna go with Marquise Brown getting a slight edge only because I know what I get with Hollywood Brown. I'm not 100% sure what Michael Thomas is gonna be. Now, I will agree with you. If we're talking ceiling, I think Michael Thomas has a higher ceiling for this first
yeah.
game because of the atrocity that is the Falcons' defense.
You better believe that.
And
Lord, Lord,
and,
mercy.
and I'm still waiting to see whether they let Jameis Winston sling it like he's known for doing, and can Michael Thomas be that guy? So ceiling, I agree with you, Michael Thomas. If I'm playing
Mm-hmm.
it safe, I'll probably go Marquise Brown as my choice.
Okay.
Good question though. Thanks, Trey. Appreciate it. We got Anita putting in her MVP selections, which is just about half the NFL. It looks like we got Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, and Aaron Donald. So hey, if you throw enough darts, one of them's got to hit. So let, let, those are some good. Those are some good names. But she's not listening to the show because she still left off Derek Carr. I just told y'all, Derek Carr, MVP candidate. Come on, agree with me. I'm right. Uh, my, Catherine Bracey is agreeing about Russell Wilson. There was a comment from Orlena Lewis saying that Russell Wilson's going to show out a lot more with Denver. I think Russell Wilson's going to have a great year. I still think he had a better group of receivers in Seattle. I expect him to show out and do well. I don't know if he's gonna do better than his DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett years. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Nita said she's not picking Super Bowl champs yet, but she's got the Saints, Tampa Bay, Chiefs, Steelers, Raiders, Ravens in the mix. So much like the MVP, she's throwing out a lot of darts.
Yeah, not a
Let's
darts.
see. I'm just glad the Raiders made the list because they're
Yeah.
not making a lot of people's lists to do it. Welcome Justin to the show. What's up? We're here doing our bold predictions. Let us know if you got something you want to add to ours. So far we had Trey. We started with our homer picks. Trey Lance set the world on fire. Derek Carr been telling y'all he's the MVP. Who you like, Akers, Dunn, or Lazard to start week one?
Um, it's not even for me.
Yeah.
Look, when they said that I received City, not even touching that. Because I can throw. I think Allen is he gonna get on my carry between. Aaron, I think the fact offense going full year into receiver. So definitely more AJ. You better home picks. That's what we do. We're home. I am too.
Um,
So
Given that choice, I want to say in my heart Cam Akers. However, in my heart, I'm still not convinced he's the certain number one. I think Darrell Henderson's going to take a lot of his shine. So I'm not really feeling him as much. Lazard, I'm with you. I think that's going to be wide receiver by committee. I wouldn't be surprised if Romeo Dobbs. I don't know who the top, because without Devontae Adams, we discussed before, was the dude.
yeah,
And now that Aaron Rodgers is going to have to spread it around, I think
but
he's
you
going to
can't.
spread it around. I
Oh,
don't think it's going to be a guy that you can depend on. Without Romeo Dobbs looks really good. We haven't even seen Alan Lazard or Christian Watson, who because they both been dealing with injuries. So I don't know what I'm getting. And like I said
Yeah,
earlier, for week one, I want stuff I can depend on. You can depend on AJ Dillon. He's 1A and 1A. And
Yeah.
at
You
the
gotta go
very
AJ
least,
Dillon.
AJ Dillon's getting me a touchdown, maybe two. So I'm with you. I'm AJ Dillon all the way on that.
Yeah.
My aunt likes Derrick Henry, and oh, apparently we're buffering a bit. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got that comment earlier where it's going in and out. There's some rain going, but we'll check to see if we can do anything about that. Justin has a bold take. Kansas City won't be last in the division. How you like those apples? I love it.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to your second bold prediction.
Malik Willis will take the starting job from Tannehill by week 8.
Week 8.
Yes.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
And what gives you this confidence? That's early.
Well,
They're not
it,
gonna rush him, but
no,
I like it.
first of all, he's quarterback 2 already. So they cut 2
Mm-hmm.
quarterbacks that was ahead of him in the beginning of the year. So he's quarterback 2 already. And Tannehill, and the only reason Tannehill keeps the job to week 8 is because he's making like $28 million this year. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
But if they start out bad, the record is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Just say they start out 2-4. You telling me with Derrick Henry defense, you gonna tell me you gonna gain? Well, even if Malik Willis is raw, he's raw talent. Don't get me wrong, but what he brings to that offense is gonna help. He's gonna make Derrick Henry's years a lot longer than they are with Tannehill, because instead of drawing 8 in the box, the young man got a cannon. He can throw it down the field, and he can run. So he's a threat to run. Plus he can throw. If you bring Derrick Henry stack of 8 up for Derrick, you gotta be. To me, they want a job.
I agree. Yeah.
If he wasn't there for Taylor, it would have been a competition. I pay, but the money. So it's that $28 to $30 million is a key factor of why he's still the starting quarterback. Because based on preseason, if you watch it, and yes, I know it's preseason, but the legs, the boy can run, he can throw. You got to give him a chance.
Hell, I like the prediction. Justin likes it too. Like you said, the only reason Malik Willis isn't given the keys early is because of that money. You take the money off the table. We saw Ryan Tannehill. It wasn't lovely. So yeah, I like it. Hey, week 8 actually. By then, where do you have the Titans at? Because in his liking, just asked, do you have the Colts win a division? Because that seems to imply that the Titans are not going to be playoff contenders.
I have the Colts winning division.
Mm-hmm.
Just say the Titans sitting at under 500. Let's say they sit because they're sitting at 500. I don't think they're gonna bench them.
Yeah.
But if they sitting under 500 at 3-5 or 3-4 by week 8, he getting benched.
I like it.
Because they're gonna have to make a change.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to.
I think the lights just flickered a little bit. Maybe we are having some problems. All right. Another question. I want to ask. She has Dak for quarterback and Russell Wilson in the league. Which one would you start for real? I'm Dak all the way.
I'm going Dak.
Yeah. They're both gonna be good, but
Dak gonna be running too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Dak. Especially Sunday night. That's gonna be a barn burner.
Yeah.
You got to start him Sunday night. Oh my! That Seattle game gonna be a wash for Russ anyway. But that game against Tampa on Sunday night, that's gonna be a back and forth, high scoring game. Both of them gonna put up a lot of numbers. So I would go Dak over Russ this week.
I just see I think the Cowboys have a higher volume of passes, which is gonna favor Dak Prescott over Russell Wilson. They're going to have a strong defense and a strong running game with Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon still relevant in that offense. Not that Ezekiel Elliott's not a strong runner, though, but he's very involved in that pass game. I just see a lot more passes coming from Dak in the Cowboys offense, so I would choose him over Russell Wilson. Nita says, another bold prediction, don't sleep on the Bears. I'm starting to like the Bears a little bit. I mean, as a team, they're still going to suck given the division they're in, I think, because they're not going to be as good as the Vikings. They're definitely not going to be as good as the Packers. But I think they're going to surprise some people. I wouldn't expect them to have a winning record, but I think they can potentially, with depending on Justin Fields' development, I think they can surprise a few teams and have a respectable season.
Yeah, I mean, I think they finished third in the
Yeah,
division this year. I'm not really on
because they're at
Green
least
Bay.
not Detroit.
Yeah, but
Okay.
don't see either.
Yeah,
Detroit has a really not a really good team, but they have a better team than last year.
yeah,
So it's like on a high note
yeah,
too. I really think Detroit that much worse than actually. So
yeah.
it's gonna be fight as play the third. So both plus Chicago tough schedule this year. They played the NFC this year. Well, all of them played, but they just good. So yeah.
Crunch.
Yeah, we probably.
So let me go with my second bold prediction, and this one is related to what we were saying earlier. Lamar Jackson is going to surpass his MVP season stats. When Lamar Jackson was the MVP a few years ago, he had over 3,100 yards passing, 36 touchdowns passing, 1,206 rushing yards, and 7 rushing touchdowns. So what really got him all the attention that year still wasn't the passing. Like we say, he hasn't been a really big passer from his entire career. But last year, if you combine Huntley and Lamar Jackson's numbers, the Ravens threw for over 4,000 yards, 4,267 combined yards between them, 21 passing touchdowns, over 1,000 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. A healthy Lamar Jackson this year, I think, puts up for the first time over 4,000 yards rushing, 4,000 yards passing, 1,000 yards rushing, and I can see him hitting. I don't know if he hits. I don't think he's going to surpass the combined 43 touchdowns he had in this MVP
Yeah.
season, but I think he hits over 30. So if he gets over 4,000 yards passing, over 1,000 yards rushing, gets over 30 touchdowns, Lamar Jackson is going to have the best season of his career, and he's going to, like we said earlier, he's going to make the Ravens pay a lot more money if they don't pay him by Friday.
Well, it's not hard to surpass what you did on your MVP season because you only threw for 3,200 yards.
But
So,
43 touchdown
I
combined
mean, I'm
touchdowns.
just
That's pretty
saying. I
nice.
mean, let's keep it 100 now. I mean, he won the MVP and he threw for 3,200 yards.
Yeah,
And the reason he
and
really got.
ran for 1,206. So you
I'm
can
getting to that.
okay.
The reason he won the MVP is
Yeah,
because he ran for 1,200
yeah.
yards.
I'm just saying you're
But
poo pooing on his MVP season a little bit.
I mean, I'm gonna keep poo-pooing on the MVP season because
Hater.
somebody else should have got the MVP. I mean, the 43 touchdowns was great. Don't get me wrong, but if you look at the scale of things, he
Uh huh.
had maybe like 4 or 5 games where he did like a really, really great game. But other than that, it really wasn't a good season. He threw for 3,200 yards in 16 games. That's not impressive to me. I'm sorry. I mean,
Hate.
okay, all right, hey, I take that.
I tell you this: if Trey Lance threw for 3,000 yards, ran for 1,200, and had a combined 43 touchdowns, you would be jumping off the walls excited.
He's not winning MVP though. I promise you. That is not MVP. Tom Brady went for
Yeah,
5,318 yards and 40 touchdowns last year, and he still didn't win the MVP, which he should have, by the way. But that's a different story.
but he's going against Aaron Rodgers, discount
Aaron
double
Rodgers threw
check.
for 4,000 yards and 5 less touchdowns. Stop it, man. Come on. Not even, man.
Why is there so much hate in your heart towards Lamar Jackson?
I'm not hating him. I'm not
You
hating on
got hate a
Lamar.
little bit.
I mean, let's be real. Like Lamar has never thrown for over 3,500 yards in his career.
No, he has not
Never, never, ever. And you know I'm telling the truth.
until this year.
Okay, all right. He might not scratch 34. I'm just saying. He's a one-read quarterback. Let's keep it 100 now. And you know
No,
I'm
he
telling the
has
truth.
2 reads, sir. He has
So
2.
Mark Andrews is 1 and 2. And you know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, let me hit this question coming from by the way, he asked Justin asked what was the Ravens record. That I'm assuming he means that year that Lamar Jackson was the MVP. They were like 14-2 or something like they won. They didn't lose a lot
They
because
lost.
their quarterback threw for 43 threw and ran for 43 combined touchdowns. So they were
You know,
really good that year.
you know what happened when he got in the playoffs? He got exposed.
So Justin also asked, rate his Superflex team from 1 to 10. Yes, at quarterback, not Justin. Patrick Mahomes. I got Lamar Jackson on my mind. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. I'm giving it a 10 just with those two quarterbacks, by the way. Jones, Mac Jones at quarterback. Running backs, he has Nick Chubb, Zeke, Devin Singletary, and Madison, Mike Davis. Mike Davis is going to have, I think, a really good start to the year just because of injuries.
I'm not touching Mike Davis.
He burnt us so badly last year.
No.
Raheem Mostert, wide receiver. He's got to wait for Chris Godwin to be 100%. But A-Rob, Allen Robinson coming in with that. Brandon Ayuk, who should have a really good year. I think he's a steal in drafts this year. Tyler Boyd, Devontae Parker, and of course, he has the best tight end in football, Travis Kelce. Get your Kelce crunch if you're in the Kansas City area. And Evan Ingram. What do you think? How do you rate that team?
Brady, I love his quarterbacks outside of Mac Jones.
But that's your third quarterback in a super flex.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
That's true. Chubb, Zeke, I like Chubb, Zeke. Devin Singletary, I'm not a fan. Madison's a backup. Mike Davis, Mustard. Mustard's. I actually like Mustard better than Mike Davis and Madison, but he's always one ankle away from being hurt. Goodwin, A-Rod. I love A-Rod. I love Ayuk. I love Tyler Boyd being third on that roster. Where I'm still is good. Goodwin, I love. I like his receivers. I like Kelce. Evan Ingram can't catch a cold though. I mean, the boy can't catch.
I've had such high hopes for Evan Ingram several years, and it's basically he's in that. I don't mess with him no more. He should be good this year, but I don't mess with him no more. He's let me down too many times.
He can't catch a cold.
And he can't stay healthy.
I give it a 8, 7.5, 8, just because Mahomes, Brady, Nick Chubb, Zeke, Godwin, A-Rod, Ayuk, and Kelce. Mm-hmm. I give it an 8. Everything else he can kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
Mike Davis, Madison, Devin Singletary, because I think James Cook at some point. And you got Moss, you got James Cook, and you got the real running back in Josh Allen. So it's just.
Let me correct. It's not Mac Jones. It's Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes. I think I like it better when I thought it was Mac Jones.
Yeah, that's even worse. But Daniel Jones will lose his job.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is a lot of people sleeper pick at quarterback, and I actually had Danny Jones in one of my leagues, so I'm hoping they're right. But I
don't know about that, Cap. Okay, I don't know about that one there, Cap.
I was gonna say I give it a solid 8.5. I might go 8.
I'm going 8.
The strength of the team is obviously quarterback is phenomenal because even Daniel Jones as your third quarterback isn't bad. Tight end, of course, you're solid with Travis Kelce, especially when you have the combo of Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce. That's going to pay dividends on a weekly basis. I like the strength at wide receiver. With Godwin, once he's healthy, Allen Robinson, Brandon Ayuk, that alone. And then you can go fourth with Tyler Boyd. Running back is good, not great.
No, Mike Davis, Madison, I think he got Chubb, Zeke.
Yeah.
And maybe Mustard.
If the rumors are true and the Vikings are considering trading Alexander Madison, I don't think it's going to happen. Then I give it a solid 8.5 to maybe even a 9, depending on where he goes. Yeah. But right now, I'm going to say it's an 8 to 8.5. Let's say 8.25376. But it's a good team. It's definitely, I think, a playoff squad. Just on quarterbacks alone, I think you're going to win quite a few games. By the way, Justin's also reminding you that MVP is a regular season award.
It still don't matter.
So your
what have
mean
you?
Nothing.
So that MVP that he got is worth nothing.
Don't you have a third bold prediction you want to give the people? It's getting close to your town line.
Allen Robinson will have more yards than Cooper Kupp this year.
Oh, that is bold. I like that.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell me why. I
Cooper
like that. I
Cup,
really do.
Cooper Cup before last year, and before last year, he has never had over 1,200 yards
Mm-hmm.
before last year. So, and the only reason he had that year last year is because Robert Woods got
Yes.
hurt. So, if you put in, and Allen Robinson has had 3 seasons of 1,200 yards, over 100 catches in Chicago with 3 different quarterbacks, and you giving him Matthew Stafford this year, who is a way better quarterback than any of those guys he had going like period. So therefore,
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have more. I'm not saying Cooper Cup is gonna have a down year. I just think
Yeah.
he's gonna have more yards than him,
Yeah.
even more receptions probably because he's just that. To me, I'm not saying he's better than Cooper Cup at the moment, but he's more productive. He's gonna
Uh-huh.
be more productive than Cooper Cup, honestly, in my opinion.
You hit the nail on the head. I was having this conversation just a week ago. I love Cooper Cup. I've been a Cooper Cup person for years, and I mean years on top of years. I've always gone Cooper Cup. His first couple years, he had some injury problems, but after that, I would always select him. But I would always get Cooper Cup in like the sixth or so round. This year, you had to pay late first round, early second round price. It was like Cooper
Mm-hmm.
Cup is great. Cooper Cup to me is not even a second rounder. And like you said, he almost doubled his production from every other season of his career. You can't tell me there's not going to be some regression. I
Oh,
don't
of course.
I don't know whether Allen Robinson outperforms him, but I think it's a very likely. That's a good bold prediction because I think it's very likely to happen. The other thing that bothers me with Cooper Cup, and this bothers me with the whole team, is that Matthew Stafford elbow injury. It just has. We'll
Yeah,
see
that
what
scares
happens when
me.
it plays. But for me, as much as I've loved Cooper Cup, I don't have Cooper Cup on a single team this year because I'm not paying that high price for somebody that I've previously gotten in much late like mid round selections. Uh, I'm with you. I love that. And Justin also loves your bold take so far. Hey, you might be 3 for 3. We got to redeem
And
ourselves from last year's bold
And
prediction.
another thing I'm
Yeah,
gonna put out there, if you watch what um, OBJ did last year in that offense, he took a lot
yeah,
from Cooper Cup.
yeah. Once you get yeah,
Once he got going, he took a lot from Cooper
yeah,
Cup. That's all I'm saying. And Allen Robinson still, he's younger. And actually, he's younger
yeah.
than Cooper
He's
Cup.
scope. Yeah, he is.
So, I mean, if you're thinking about it, I'm just saying,
What,
and
what,
I got
if there
Allen
was a
Robinson.
if there was a healthy Bobby Trees last year, I don't
He
think
would,
Cooper Cup
no,
put up
he's
those
not doing
numbers.
that.
I'm with you.
Not
I'm
even.
with you.
No.
I love it. Question matchup week 1 for Justin. He has Lamar, CMC, Barkley, Pittman. Pittman Jr., Allen Robinson, Kelsey, Sutton, 49ers. The Bears defense, McPherson as a kicker, playing against Trey Lance, yo guy, Connor Gibson, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, Goddard, Cooks, the Washington football team's defense, and Harrison Butker with the Chiefs. Who do you got winning?
Lamar, CMC, Barkley. We got the all injury backfield. Lord.
But it's week
Uh,
one. It's week one.
you right. Pittman Jr., A Rod, Kelsey. I think Lamar and Lance gonna wash out um, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big CMC fan, but I mean it's week 1. So let's just say no injuries happen. Barkley, CMC, I will give you the edge over Connor and Gibson. Jefferson over Pittman. Diggs, I'm taking Diggs. Goddard, Kelsey over Goddard. Is that Brandon Cooks or I'm assuming that's Brandon
Yeah, I'm
Cooks.
assuming that's Brandon Cooks.
Um, I'm taking Brandon Cooks over Court Sutton. So I would say you just because of the running backs, Lamar gonna wash out,
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey gonna do his thing. Hopefully, Courtland Sutton does something, does what we expect him to do, and you got 49ers defense,
Yeah.
which they should have a field day with Justin Fields. So I agree with you. I'll go with you on this one, but watch out for Diggs, watch out for Justin Jefferson. Uh, Cooks may do work just because they're gonna be losing. So
Yeah.
look out for that.
I've seen this team before, and I'm with you. I got Justin's teams winning this one, which leads me directly into my third bold prediction. Get ready for it. You say he has the all injured field. Saquon and CMC are gonna play at least 12 games this year.
Not
You
happening.
can let go of your fears of the injuries. I'm telling you, they're gonna both have
Okay.
fairly healthy seasons.
You
Here, here,
said
here,
12 games. Are you saying 12 games or 12 plus games?
12 plus. There's going to be
Okay.
12 or more games you're going to get from
Ooh.
Saquon and CMC. You can put aside your fears of injury, and I'm going to tell you why. Saquon and CMC have both averaged 11 or more games every year. Saquon, especially, only had that one bad year a couple of years ago when he tore his MCL and his ACL, and he only played 2 games. Every other year than that, he's put up a lot. He's played most of the season. He's only 25 years old. And he played most of last year healthy, and so he's looking healthier in training camp than he's looked in years. So coming off his injury, I think he's gonna have a solid year. I don't think they're gonna give him quite the workload that he's had in his early years, so I think that's gonna help him make it through this year. If you look at CMC, the last 2 years have been bad. He's only played 10 games the last 2 seasons. However, if you look at any season before, he's played the full season every other season of his career. He's only 26, so he's also a young guy. I might be a little bit more scared about CMC, but if you compare Saquon and CMC and compare the average games, CMC's actually played more games, a higher percentage of games each year, 11.6 compared to Saquon's 11 games a year on average. And here's the final thing: when you look at running backs, is the most injured position on the football field. It always has been. It always will be, and it's usually ankle injuries or concussions and stuff like that. It happens. You can, no matter who your running back is, you can pretty much expect them to miss about 2 or 3 games anyway, just for the nature of the position. I'm not afraid of CMC. I'm not afraid of Saquon. They both book them for 12 or more games this year. It's happening.
I'm not. I mean, I hope they play 12 or
Yeah.
more games, but I'm not sold. I'm not sold on that.
I knew I was not going to sell you on this one, but
So, especially on
yeah.
CMC, he's been. And the thing is, what I don't like about it
Uh,
is CMC gets a pass, but Saquon doesn't.
that's
And
because he has 11.6 games per year as opposed to Saquon's only having 11. I don't think
still,
that's what people are saying, but
no, I think he gets a pass for some reason, and he's missed games for high ankle sprains, which is a 4 to 6 week injury, and don't come back. Saquon has tore his ACL
yeah.
and stuff, things of that nature, and Saquon has tried to come back. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't see it.
We got some more bold predictions coming in. I missed this one earlier. Anita said that Jameis Winston's going to finish what he started. I think he's going to look good. When before he got hurt, he was building up to a good year. So I'm also hoping he does that. I've got Jameis Winston on a team or two this year, so I'm looking for big stuff. I see some people like the CMC pick to finish up because they have him on his teams. Justin also says both take the Hill winning the Triple Crown.
Okay then.
Okay.
All right, I got you. Cap.
What we got? Justin also bummed that he has to bench AJ Dillon. Both take
Don't,
AJ Dillon as a top 10 in touchdowns.
bro. Do
I'm
not.
all in on that. I think AJ Dillon's gonna have a phenomenal year. Also, a running back you've been able to get late in your draft. So he's
Justin,
gonna pay dividends.
listen to me, Justin. Do not
Do
bench
not
AJ
bench
Dillon,
AJ
bro.
Dillon.
I am telling you, do not bench AJ Dillon. Between Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, they're gonna get nothing but work. Do not bench him. Find a way to put him in the game. I
uh,
got AJ Dillon in almost every league that I'm in,
I tried
and I
to.
I try to get him in every league.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. So
All right.
just so I was on me.
Yeah, so let's we got a 10-minute countdown for your draft. Let's hear your fourth pick, your
The,
fourth bold take.
the Minnesota Vikings will win the NFC North this year.
Oh, I like that. I like what they're doing with the offense there. Give us your logic.
First of all, Green Bay is a mess. Um, they don't know who the number one receiver is. And I think Jefferson and Thielen and Cook, I think their offense is just a little bit better than the Green Bay Packers offense. And the defense is they kind of wash out because Minnesota got a good defense, Green Bay got a good defense. I just think why I got Brett Favre on the break? Aaron Rodgers is going to be trying to find that number one receiver so long, especially in the first 4 weeks. He's going to, because he doesn't match well with people right off the buck. So he has to gain confidence in you. So if he's not clicking with you, he's not throwing the ball to you. So therefore, I think he's going to have to find that number one. He's going to, like I say, and that's why I say A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones are going to be relied on very heavy because he can't rely on those receivers. You don't even know who the number one going to be. At least you know Jefferson and Thielen are going to be there. Right. That is the one thing you do know. And Kirk Cousins, they throwing the ball anyway, according to the new head coach. They throwing the ball regardless. So that's my thing.
So who do you have in bench? I think it goes back to the earlier question with Cam Akers, Dillon, or Lazard. If I'm benching somebody on that group, I'm probably benching Lazard. Because
I'm benching Lazard
because we haven't seen him with Aaron Rodgers and we don't know who that number one. I think we mentioned before. I think Aaron Jones is the number one receiver with Green Bay right now. So if I got to bench one of those three, I'm playing Akers and Dillon.
I'm going Dillon. I'm riding with Dillon until the wheels fall off because you know when they get down at the 10-yard line, in between the 20 to the goal line, A.J. Dillon gonna get that. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Now going to your bold take, I think I expect a lot from the Vikings this year. I have Kirk Cousins in a whole bunch of leagues because I think the offense is going to be great. I'm going to agree with Justin. I think it's still the Packers division until somebody proves otherwise. Aaron Rodgers has owned that division, and I don't see that changing this year. We'll see, but it should be interesting to see.
Okay.
All right. Let me hit my fourth one, and then we'll get some more of these questions out here. My fourth bold take is all four AFC West teams are going to have winning seasons. We've never seen this in the history of the NFL. At best, the fourth team has been 8-8. This year with 17 games, and this year with the AFC West stacking up from top to bottom on offense and defense. I think all four teams are going to have winning records. The question is, will all four teams win a spot in the postseason? In order to do that, they'd have to take all three wild card spots. I think that's less likely. But if all of them have winning records, and I went through the schedule, and I think at a minimum, every team, the worst team will have 9 wins. But I honestly think they're going to all have at least 10 wins. If they all have 10 wins, there's a good chance that they do get all three of the wild card spots. There's actually a bet you can make on DraftKings. It pays 20-1 on whether all the AFC wild card spots will belong to the AFC West. I'm not a gambling man for certain, but that's one I might be interested in taking at 20-1 odds because I think it's a good chance of it happening. I think the Chargers are going to win the division this year only because their schedule is very weak compared to the rest of the division. I think they're going to have a built-in 2 wins over the Chiefs. So it'll be the Chargers, the Chiefs, then the Raiders and the Broncos battling it out for last place. I'm hoping it's my Raiders that get it. But if all of them have over 10 wins, I think the other division winners are going to, of course, be other than the Chargers, you're going to have the Ravens, I think, win their division. I think the Bills definitely win their division. And I have the Colts winning. And so if that happens, the AFC West plays against the AFC North. And so we'll have a chance to beat out the Titans and beat up on the Titans. And I think we keep them at 8 wins, 8, maybe 9 wins. And I think we can actually beat the Bengals. The Chiefs play the Bengals this year. And if the Bengals end up with like 9 wins and all the AFC West teams gets 10, hey, look out for us running the AFC this year.
Is that right?
That is what's happening.
All right. I ain't mad at that. Well, I want to just let y'all know I got one more bold prediction. I have the number 10 pick in the draft tonight. I got about 5 minutes left.
All right. Well, we'll hit these questions at the end if we have time. But let me let you get your pick in. What you got for your last bold prediction?
The Cardinals will not make the playoffs, and then I'm gonna add on that they're gonna go 2-4 the first 6 games.
Okay, Cardinals are missing the playoffs, and they're gonna go 2-4 to start the. Do you have up front what their first 6 games are?
Yes, they play the Chiefs week 1, they
Uh,
play the Raiders week 2, and they play the Rams week 3. So they're gonna start 0-3.
is that
Uh,
is that because you don't have new? Is that why you?
yes.
Okay,
They
I
play the
like that.
Panthers. They play the Panthers week 4. They're gonna take it. They're gonna win that game, and they play Philly week 5. That's a L, and they play Seattle week 6. That's a W.
Okay. Um, I I don't know how I feel, but I think the 49ers and the Rams, assuming that Matthew Stafford is healthy, are I think easily the top 2 teams. So I can see the Cardinals getting the short end of that stick. So I'm not mad at that. Um, Rod just wants to know, is this I guess the Superflex, is this the Superflex draft that you're doing tonight? You got the
No,
10th
it's not
pick
too
for?
flex.
Not Superflex.
Mm,
Okay.
no.
He also says Denver as the last in division. That's what I'm saying too. I think Denver's going to be last place. Let me hit my fifth and final bold prediction, and then if there's some time, I'll try to hit the questions, even if you have to leave. My
Okay.
last one is we will see something we haven't seen since 2018. Um, we have not seen multiple players hit 2,000 yards from scrimmage. Last year, Jonathan Taylor was over 2,000, and Cooper Kupp was just under that. But the last time we've seen at least 2 players hit 2,000 yards from scrimmage, it was, I think, Ezekiel Elliott and Saquon Barkley. And Ezekiel Elliott just barely got it. But I think this year there's a chance for 3 players to hit that mark. The obvious picks, this is sort of similar to
Okay.
my last year's pick, tight ends, but this is going to be a little bit different. I'm switching to any positions. John Taylor and Derek Henry are the obvious picks to do it, but I think there's a lot of other guys like DeAndre Swift. I think Austin Eckler, Cooper Kupp again, and Justin Jefferson. So that's like 6 guys that could hit over 2,000 yards total from scrimmage. I expect to see at least 2, but I'm gonna go out bold and say 3 guys do it this year.
Um, it could happen. I know Derek Henry's gonna do it.
Yeah, if he's healthy.
John
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor. Who's your third?
Um, Austin Eckler and DeAndre Swift, because DeAndre Swift already said he's going for the thousand. So he's already in the mix. And then I had Justin Jefferson and Cooper Kupp coming back again trying to do it, but I don't. That's my wild card. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of with you. I don't think he has the season like he had last
I,
year,
I
but
can
it's a
see
potential.
Najee
It's a
doing it.
potential.
I can see Najee doing a thousand
Najee is one
thousand.
I wanted to put in. I'm kind of concerned how they said
Uh,
they're not gonna try to work Najee as much as they did
I
last year.
don't know, but
I don't know whether I
I
believe
think,
it, but yeah, Najee's another good
yeah,
candidate to do it.
yeah,
I think running backs
I
have a
think,
better chance of it than wide receivers. So
yeah, I
yeah,
think
Najee's
Najee
a
can do
good
it.
choice. Justin says that he thinks DeAndre Swift has a good chance at it. I'm hoping he does. I have him in a
I
few
hope he
leagues
does
as
too.
well.
But I think Derrick Henry just pure 2,000 rushing. Jonathan Taylor a mix of 2,000, and I think Najee can do it.
Yeah,
I really think Najee
I,
can
I
do it.
I would love for Najee to do it because he is the
Yeah,
basis of my dynasty league team.
yeah, I think Najee can do it.
All right, I know you got to run. I'll just hit this last question. Um, just this is Justin. This is going back to the thing. He has to bench one. Robinson, Sutton, Pittman Jr., Barkley, AJ Dillon.
Robinson.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
That would be my pick. I want to see Matthew Stafford in that elbow perform, and just because it's the first year of Robinson. Robinson was not good last year, so the first year with Stafford, I want to see it week 1 before I bench AJ Dillon. Yeah,
yeah.
good call, good call. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. Let us know in the comments if we got any bold predictions we missed that you think we should be called out on, or if you have some more you want to add, let us know in the comment section. Hit us up on our social media. Follow us on the website. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. And, hey, let's do it again. Good luck to everybody with their fantasy teams this week.
Good luck. All right.
All right.
I'm gone. We here. We ain't going nowhere, brother.
So you're going to go draft. Good luck to you.
All right. Appreciate it.
Y'all take it easy. Peace.